Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Shiekrunner, and I welcome you back to another one of my videos. Now that our World for 60 practice is almost over, I thought it would be a great time to make a video of potential ways that party sync can be abused during the initial Shadowlands launch experience, and my plea to Blizzard to fix these things, because as a person that is going for World for 60, as a person that has recruited a whole team around it would just suck to see a person getting this achievement that has exploited himself to the top. And I just think that it diminishes the integrity of the whole race. So this is why I'm trying to shed light on this issue. If there are any like strats that you are planning to use that I'm talking about here, I apologize. I'm not trying to mess with your plans, but I personally think that out of my point of view, this exploit in the beginning of an expansion is harmful to the game, and I want it fixed. Not just because of my own agenda, but I think that a lot of people um, have casually in their mind to race for friends, and to see someone hit 60 in like 5 minutes, I think just sucks and makes the game look bad. I know that some people will come around and will say, but you need to do the Covenant campaign anyway, or you need to do the main story campaign anyway to be able to do things in the Shadowlands. Well, that is true. Maybe there has already been a clever mind that has found a way to bypass it, and so that's also something that you should consider, that there might be ways to go around having to do the main campaign. I'm just throwing that thought out there, not to hint at anything or something like that. But with that said, let's just jump into it. So I'm here in my Draxis, it doesn't really matter. Gonna kick my other character out here. This is the char on my other beta account. So I'm gonna start off with the worst offender of them all, which are the experience items from the Legion Order Hall. They have recently added a restriction to those items, that they don't work past level 49. I'm 56, so they're giving you a burst of experience. I've made a couple of videos around them like past week, but as I've shown in like another one of my videos, if you start party sync with a person that is below 49, so in this case 40, I'm syncing myself to level 40. Well, guess what? You can bypass this restriction and you get 1600 experience. So, and you can get basically enough of them if you have started early to get as much to reach 50 and 60, but just using these items. And if you think, but you will run out of bag space, well, what if you have a full bag and they get sent to your mailbox, and the mailbox doesn't really have a cap, so you would just get them out of your mailbox. So this is a way to reach level 60 in 10 minutes by just using these items, which is an exploit, which will get that person most likely banned. But anyway, it just sucks to see this be done on live. So if you can think a little bit outside of the box, if this works with this item, it probably also works with other items. So Party Sync has some restrictions that, for example, you cannot use gun shoots. But let's say there are potions that you cannot use past level 50, like for example Lightfoot Potion, Sky Step Potion, where you just sink yourself down and you use them. I don't have any of them on me at this moment, but just take my word for it. The same works with any other item that has item level restriction. You can just party sync down to the level, and you will be able to use this. So some clever minds might already think of this item, the draft of 10 lands. So this requires level 50 or below. So on level 50 you are still allowed, you still can use this, but under level 50, above level 50 you can't. As you can see, without party sync, I'm level 56, I think. 56, yes. So as you can see, I cannot use this. You are higher than the max usable level for the spell. So now I party synced again, And I want to see you, I want to confirm this to you. So if you, like, I'm just going over this quest. This quest is supposed to give me 9.5k. So once I use this item, which experience gain increased by 10%. Now watch this. Now it's 10.2k, so it does work. It's not just a visual effect. So now I have the item. This would definitely be something that someone like me should use if I want to get World for 60, but I don't want to use this because I want to do this legitimately. And I'm not going to. This is not what I'm on. Like, that's not what I am on about. You know what I mean? So for the next thing, I have to log on to retail. Just remember that any item that has a level restriction works, generally speaking. So the next thing that I wanted to showcase is here in retail, and those have to do with the Elixir Rapid Mind and the Access Potion of Accelerated Learning. As you can see, both of them have a level restriction, and if you kept up to date with Shadowlands news, you know that these potions will be removed from the game in 9.0 or like in the pre-patch. And there is a theory going around that if you use them before um, the pre-patch hits and you don't log in because this buff doesn't disappear when you're not logged in, that if you don't log in to launch, that you will still have this buff. And looking at past things, that is a high possibility. So they should not only remove the use of the item, but also like the spell that it gives you, right? So that this isn't abusable. Because like having 300% more experience for 50 minutes is huge. The same with having 20% more experience is huge for an hour. So, and how do we do this? Like I can't use this item right now. I'm 120, where we use party sync. The same trick. You would party sync with someone before pre-patch launches, and you would abuse these items. You get the buff, log out, and not log in for till the pre-patch comes out, and till the Shadowlands comes out. And this kind of stuff sucks. There's just so much exploit potential with party sync as a system. So, like, honestly, my recommendation for just to go safe, just disable party sync in its entirety for the launch. I think that would be probably the best thing they could do. But at least they could fix this level scaling thing, the downscaling, that it keeps track of your actual level, not your synced level. I think that should be very easy to program, in my ignorant opinion. So there's that. And now to the other thing that I'm kind of ignorant about, but I know that it works, is that there's apparently a scaling issue with party sync, that you can do like old dungeon while sync down, and when you sync down, you still get like a decent experience and you can do the dungeons relatively quickly, so you don't even step like into the Shadowlands, you just do old dungeons instead. You can also like do Shadowlands quests twice by just doing the repeat quest. There's just so much exploit potential with this, and I'm sorry to be like the fun police here, and I'm sorry to mess with anyone's plans if they had any, but I personally don't approve of this. I don't mind people leveling faster uh, midway through the expansion, and I know this might be selfish for me. I sure get that some people aren't happy with me reporting this, but I don't think that um, me reporting an exploit is bad or anything. And I don't want to control how other people want to play the game, but this has a personal, like this has an effect on me and my group. We've prepared a long time, and there are even like a lot of players, like can talk for me in the past, that would just try to casually level fast, right? And it just diminishes everything, right? And it just, I think it hurts the game at the beginning of the expansion to have this going on. And I'm sure that people won't take like a run that use this seriously, but I just wanted to throw this out there, that there are many ways to abuse party sync, and this will probably be my last video. Uh, about this. I will probably shortly talk about this in my announcement video that I've planned. This is also why I don't stream with cam at the moment. It's because there's something in my room that I don't want to show yet, unless the announcement till the announcement goes out. But with that said, I will conclude the video, and just remember that I put myself at a massive disadvantage telling people this, because I could have just abused it myself. I could have just kept it secret. There is a chance that I wouldn't have gotten banned. The community probably wouldn't have liked it, but I would have gotten the world first, technically, right? Um, but I made the conscious decision that this is not what I am about. My group that I've recruited kind of like sees it the same way. I think that it ultimately doesn't show like finding these exploits might be cool to show, and if they're harmless and stuff, but actually abusing them, I think it diminishes everything. Like, so this is why we decided to share these so they can potentially be fixed. If they don't get fixed, there will be many more people who will abuse this now that there are videos out about it. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand that this is not what we're gonna use, and I'm going to like we have reported this and we want this fixed. So with that said, see you all in another video.